Yay.
Okay, and now we have House Hunted. We are back to the spooky music. Let's go. Time for House Hunted.
Ooh, exciting.
The sequel
I haven't seen anything
to
from this game.
the sequel to John Doe. Graphic violence that some may find uncomfortable or disturbing. The creator takes no responsibility for those who may be upset by proceeding. By continue, you are consenting to the contents therein and agreeing that you are capable and mature enough to enjoy this content responsibly. Let me take a look-see at the warnings for this game. Surreal and unsettling. Visuals, dreamlike atmosphere, realtors, houses, digestion, large predator, staring, unsettling smiles, needy sellers, hungry houses, cafes, businesses, businessmen, and seemingly normal neighborhoods. Okay. Yeah. Let's take a crack at it. I guess I'm buying a house.
Yeah, there's gonna be a guy in here.
Ugh, what a long bus ride. But I'm glad I'm finally here. You looked around yourself.
Oh, thank God there's a skip button.
Taking in the surroundings, breathing in the nauseating aroma of bus exhaust and oil. Well, there's obviously not much to look at here, but the Gray Horse bus station, oh my god. I'm sure the rest of the city is beautiful, just like the brochure said. Hopefully the apartment company was honest about having my new place ready for move-in. Quickly grabbing your modest baggage from the bag claim, you straighten your clothes and walk towards the nearest visitor center. There's a cafe nearby. I'm starving right now, and it would be a nice pick-me-up. I'm also kind of wanting to see the city. I could just wander around a little bit. I'm also pretty tired. Maybe I should just head to my apartment. Of course I'm going to the apartment. Why would I not? It's so beat from a 6-hour bus drive. I should just head to the apartments and order a pizza or something. The classic move-in food. As you approach your new apartment complex, you feel warm in your heart and can't help thinking about how you're finally getting a much-needed change in your life. You take a deep breath in, taking in the cool, clean air of the valley, and step towards your apartment number. Ah, here it is. Oh, this is the same apartment. Here it is. This is so exciting. I've been wanting my own apartment for a while. You go to turn the handle. Huh? The door doesn't budge as you twist the handle. You try again. It's locked. What the heck? They said the door would be unlocked when I got here. I should give them a call. Hello. Before you pull out your phone, a very tall, older gentleman stands directly in front of you, waist absolutely snatched, towering over you and staring directly into your eyes. Hello? Can I help you, sir? He stares a moment longer before adjusting his blood-red blazer, flashing his shockingly white teeth at you. It's a smile that makes you a little nauseous, but you're not sure why. Probably because his teeth is in the middle, and that's not how teeth should be.
That's not how teeth work?
Nope. You're new in town, lost and wondering. You need a place to call your own? The way he talked surprised you. His voice was so smooth, as if he's given the same speech a million times. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Mason Tallow, #1 realtor in all of the Uncanny Valley. I can help you find your dream home today. He quickly snatched a business card from his breast pocket, only for another identical business card to pop up to take its place. He offered it out to you, his hand coming uncomfortably close to your face and making you flinch back a bit before taking it from him. Give me a call and we can get you set up a new house today, guaranteed.
Oh, thank you, Mason.
Oh, thank you, but I already have an apartment set up to move in. I'm just having a little issue today is all. Hehehe, that's quite alright. I'm sure you'll be giving me a call. I am the #1 realtor in all of the Uncanny Valley, after all. I have never had a disappointed buyer. You'll love the house I found just for you. I'll be waiting. The strange realtor walked away before you could get a chance to argue, his long legs carrying him faster than you expected. What an odd man. Well, no harm holding onto his card if the apartment falls through. You quickly pocket the card and pull out your cell phone. Huh? Hello, Uncanny Valley apartment hunters. How may we help you? Hello, I'm supposed to move in today, but my apartment is locked. You can hear paper shuffling on the other side of the line, followed by what you can only describe as the roars of an animal you can't place. Ah, yes, we had a little issue with your apartment, and it won't be ready until tomorrow. Our apologies. Oh no, what am I gonna do now? What could the issue possibly be? Maybe you could pry more for a better explanation, but you also don't want to be rude. Yeah, that's my fucking apartment. What do you mean something happened? I don't really have anywhere else to go. You hear the clicking of what sounds like a typewriter for a few moments and a loud, annoyed sigh. We've been having some issues. You wait for an elaboration, but you're met with a long, awkward silence instead. Yeah, what are the issues? More typing and paper tearing? Is that a blender? Your apartment will be ready tomorrow. Do you need anything else? You sigh defeated and look around you. There's nothing much to really do in this situation besides look for a hotel. No, that's it. Thank you. Please call me as soon as my apartment's ready. Of course. Have a good day. Thank you, apartment complex. With that, they hung up and left you standing in front of the building you should have already been in by now. Shoot, now what? You shove your hands in your pocket absent-mindedly and feel the hard piece of paper crunch against your fist. You pull the paper out of your pocket and suddenly remember Mason. Heh, yeah right, I was lucky to afford this apartment. I can't buy a house right now. Still, it wouldn't hurt to call and see what's available. No! You decide it's probably a better idea to find a reasonably priced hotel than waste your time with realtors. I already have the apartment. I can just wait another day. You find yourself in what seems to be the heart of the city, the many buildings and stores almost feeling as if they're closing in around you. Wonder why that is. Alright, hotel. Downtown areas usually have hotels, right? Lost? Lonely? You didn't call me, you. Whoa, Mason? Were you following me? How silly. No, my dear buyer, I am simply that good! #1 realtor in all of Uncanny Valley, after all. I'm very sure you remember this, right? You clearly need a place to go. I have the perfect house, just waiting for you to be inside it. Weird. How do you know my name? He just stared at you, clearly refusing to answer. Listen, I'm just looking for a hotel, you know? Hotel? You make sure to really announce the word hotel to him as if he didn't understand. You really wanted to get the seller off your back. A hotel. The tall gentleman seemed to be struggling with processing with what you told him. Somehow it was even creepier when he frowned than when he smiled, which was shocking. Oh, my dear poor buyer, you are so confused and lost, I see. He was not listening. Listen, just come with me, take a look around this lovely 3-bedroom... Around this lovely 3-bedroom home with me. If you don't absolutely fall in love with it, I will personally pay for your hotel stay while I search for a house that suits your specific needs. You didn't like how his last...
we do need a 3-bedroom.
Yeah, we do need a 3-bedroom. Damn. You didn't like how his last sentence was almost a purr. But if he was being honest about paying for the hotel, what did you have to lose? You could just humor him for an hour and tell him no when he's done with his little speech. Sigh. Alright, Mason, you wore me down. I'll come look at this house you found for me. Perfect. I can assure you, you will love this 2-garage domicile that is starving to meet you. This is a monster house and I'm going to get bored. You were about to question his choice of words when you were abruptly cut off from the sensation of a long, bony hand wrapping around your forearm, almost dragging you along with him as he headed towards God knows where. Maybe you made a mistake. It felt like you'd been walking for an hour. It felt like you'd been walking for an hour in awkward silence, struggling to keep up with the strange realtor's long and fast strides when he finally stopped, abruptly forcing you to bump roughly into his back. He didn't budge at all from the force of your weight against his back. You jumped back, trying to hide the red of your cheeks from your embarrassment. Ah, sorry. You looked over at the huge house before you, the for sale sign glaring obvious on the curb. This is the house? Oh, do you see something you like after all? I'm not surprised. This house is in very good condition. You don't think I can seriously afford this place, right? This place is huge. Heh, quite the flatterer, I see. I assure you the price is very reasonable and I'm willing to haggle greatly. The seller is simply looking to sell fast. You look back at the house. Something had to be up with this. It was sounding more and more fishy the more this realtor talked it up. Okay, what's the catch then? Catch? Yeah, come on, man. Why is the seller trying to get rid of this beautiful house? Did someone die in it or something? Of course not. His pause worried you greatly, but you were pretty sure you read somewhere that realtors had to disclose that information to you or something, right? Simply come inside and take a look around. No strings attached. You'll love it when you see the insides. You won't be able to walk away from a deal like this, dear buyer. Something definitely felt wrong about all this, but you were already here. No! You can't shake your nervous feeling and decide it'd be better to get out of here. You're sure as hell understand, but you weren't planning to buy it anyways. Listen, Mr. Tallow, I think I'm gonna have to drop out of the walkthrough. I don't want to lead you onto a sale after all. I'm sure you'll find someone who'll love this place. Yeah, so I'm gonna go now. I'm so sorry for wasting your time. I'll hold on to your card, so I will for sure call you when I'm ready to buy. I appreciate your time. Mason just stared at you for a few moments while walking backwards towards the house, stepping carefully down the concrete path and through the door, his head peeking out for a few moments to sadly plead to you before disappearing. You could have sworn you heard a low, rumbling growl emitting from the house before you left. It will eat me. It felt like hours before you finally made your way back into the city. You were so tired. Yeah. You had to find a hotel as soon as possible. You jumped at the sound of your phone ringing suddenly in your pocket and quickly answered it, fumbling with the touchscreen. Is this the same phone? Yeah, it's the same phone. Hello, you. Yes, that's me. How can I help you? Yes, we solved the little issue we were having, so if you'd like to go ahead and go to the apartment, it's all ready for you. Oh my gosh, really? That's great news. Thank you. I'll head right there. We look forward to your business, and remember, Uncanny Valley Apartment Company is dedicated to finding the perfect home for you, our realtor-free guarantee since 1992. You didn't have time to think about their odd tagline. You were just happy you could finally go home and rest your weary head and lay off your poor sore feet. You were just excited to get home. You rushed through the streets of the city.
What?
You couldn't wait to get to sleep. It's been one long day. Oh, it's a prequel! It's a prequel!
Oh my god.
I lived! Doe-eyed. It's a prequel!
What the hell?
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of cool. I fucking dig that.
I did it. I'm a survivor. I never give up.
I want to go in this fucking house so bad.
You want to go in the house?
Yeah, I do. I want to get eaten by the house.
Let's get eaten by the house then, I suppose. Tell me your answers, love.
What? Me?
You looked around at yourself, taking in the surroundings with it. Yeah.
You want me to play this?
Yeah. Haha, Monster House joke. Yeah. What you want to do?
Love that movie.
Head to the cafe, wander aimlessly, or head to the apartments.
Cafe.
Yeah, I think if I go any longer without eating something, I'll collapse. Coffee also sounds pretty great right now. You finally make your way to the nearest cafe. It's small and quaint, and you can hear the chatter of random patrons inside. You slowly step into the cafe, taking in the smooth, rich smell of brewing coffee and the sweet scent of baked goods. It makes your stomach growl even louder and prompts you to rush up to the counter and place your order as quickly as you can. After plating your order and snatching up your dinner for the day, you scurry over to the farthest table away from anyone else's to scarf it all down. The coffee is thick and strong and slides down your throat slower than you expect. It's an odd sensation, but strangely not bad. The cake is equally odd experience. You decide on coffee cake, but the flavor seems to be different with every bite you take, and it makes it hard to get used to eating it. There's also strange hard bits through it that pop and sizzle like pop rocks, but taste like cinnamon. You're so hungry right now, though, you just deal with the weird food and focus on getting it all in your stomach as quickly as possible. As you're focused on your food, you don't notice the older-looking man sitting down at the table in front of you.
Oh, not the older man.
Oh, I didn't notice you. Hello, can I help you? The strange man adjusted his blazing red blazer and cleared his throat. His movements were so odd and stiff, as if he was made of cardboard. You're new in town, lost and wandering. You need a place to call your own? The way he talked surprised you. His voice was so smooth, as if he'd given the same speech a million times. Allow me to introduce myself, and then he quickly snatched the business card.
I'm Mason Tallow.
There he is.
I'll take it, I guess. I won't be happy about it, though.
Okay, I should tell you, I got an apartment.
Damn, his waist is snatched.
Yeah.
Yay, I get to be in the game.
As you approach your new apartment complex, then you get the thing about not being able to go in.
What?
Ah, yes, we had a little issue with your apartment. Give up or persist?
Persist. I guess I could look for a hotel. Oh god, it's him. Oh god.
We're here. Go inside.
I'm gonna go inside.
Alright, let's
I
go
like
check it
checking
out
out
then.
houses.
Don't get your hopes up though, Mr. Tallow. Oh, I have no doubts you'll be instantly attached when you see it. He roughly grabs your arm again, his sharp fingertips digging in roughly as you follow him up the concrete walkway to the bright red door. How long have you been searching for a buyer for this place? You decide to ask to lighten the mood up a little. You notice Mason staring intently ahead to the door, his eyes looking almost hungry as he ushers you through the door and into the living room. Oh, this place is pretty nice. You look around at the stand-in furniture and run your fingers along the couch. Oh, it's warm? In fact, the whole place feels really uncomfortably warm and humid. Hey, do you think we could turn on the AC or something? It's a bit hot in here. It's a little hard to focus.
No, I wouldn't even say that. I'd be like, oh wow, it's hot in here, I guess I'll die.
Do you absolutely love this house? It's a little early for that. I haven't even seen any of the other rooms. Oh.
Oh.
I don't feel very good. Can I sit down? Oh, by all means. Make yourself comfortable, dear buyer. You stumble ahead, the room spinning around you. You grab onto the couch to steady yourself and see the walls melting around you.
Oh god.
What the hell? Oh, what's the matter, dear buyer? Are my guts alarming? Please don't fret. I promise it'll be quick enough. My enzymes will be sure to knock you out before the digestive process becomes too unbearable. What?
I'm being bored.
What are you?
Oh.
You try to steady yourself, but Mason grabs you roughly by the throat and throws you down, pressing you hard against the floor. You try in vain to keep yourself propped up, your eyes growing heavier and your nostrils filling up with sickly sweet smell engulfing the room. Just relax, dear buyer, you're going to make my value skyrocket. He was pressing his body against you hard, making sure your face was against the floor. It was warm and kind of soft. You started letting your eyes slowly close as tiredness and the sickly smell lulled you asleep. Maybe this wasn't so bad, you thought. You were so tired and just didn't want to fight anymore. You could feel a stinging sensation against your exposed skin, burning you slowly, but you didn't have the energy to fight Mason or the house anymore. Or maybe you should say Mason, the house. You finally let your eyelids drop, breathing in slowly and deep for the last time as the house slowly digested you.
Well, looks like you have to drink, Nova.
No! I don't have to drink, because that was your decision.
Okay, well, you died.
Yeah, but it was you. You died.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
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 Take a drink.
Yes. Let's find a ending tutorial.
I don't know. I'm pretty satisfied with the ending I got.
Oh my god, you got bored.
Well, it's not the boring that I'm happy with.
Continue. And then I go to a cafe. Cafe. And then... give up. You sigh, but ultimately decide it's better to just be patient. You don't know what the company might be going through right now. Thank you. Please give me a call when my apartment is ready. Yes, of course. Have a good day. With that, they hung up and left you standing in front of the building you should have already been in by now. Okay. And then... call... and then...
So true.
No answer. So much for being the #1 realtor in Uncanny Valley. Hello and thank you for your call. Are you ready to see your dream house today? Were you just waiting here for me to call you? How ridiculous. I'm simply the best in the city, always waiting for a prospective buyer's call. I'm always ready to show you your brand new life. This guy was starting to worry you greatly, but he was already here. It'd be rude to ask him to leave.
I want him. I want him to grip.
And then change your mind.
What?
Finally, he brought his hands from behind his back, straightening up his coat even more and adjusting the little house-shaped lapel pin. I'll be waiting for your call, my dear buyer. And with that, he turned and walked away briskly. Lapel? It felt relieving to see him finally leave. Now you can't finally give it. What's next? You began to search the many building signs for a hotel. Finally, you find one, sticking out like a beautiful white beacon. You rush in quickly and ring the little bell for service and check in. You finally find your room, tears filling your eyes upon seeing the big soft bed nestled in the center of the room. You quickly shed your shoes and jump on top of it with your entire body, letting yourself slowly sink into the plush mattress. Ah, I'm so tired. I can't wait to sleep in my own home, but right now, this is the best feeling I've ever felt. You slowly let yourself drift off, your body feeling as though it's being enveloped by a warm marshmallow. You think about where your life
just like
You think about where your life is going and smile to yourself knowing that you made it. You have an apartment waiting. You moved all by yourself and the gas station approved your application.
Oh, not that.
No.
It's fucking connected.
And then housewarming, and then doe-eyed, and then offer accepted.
Spam in this game.
Oh my god.
God, what a cool game. I mean, it's not the coolest game, but it's pretty cool.
Okay, and then there's one more ending.
Really? One more?
Yep.
Alright. Not bad. You know, you could save and then load up.
Nah.
Okay, sure. Your funeral.
Don't get a funeral if I'm bored. Head to the cafe and then... give up and then... call...
Oh, also, Mason, the way that it's spelled in this game, in French, means home.
Oh. Oh, I knew you'd choose the right answer, dear buyer. Let us go there and then. The house is simply dying to meet you. What? Before you could probably ask him why you phrased it so oddly. Okay. And then we go to the house. Felt like you've been walking for an hour in awkward silence, struggling to keep up with the strange realtor's long and fast stride when he suddenly back in his back. He doesn't budge at all from the force of your weight against his back. Ah, sorry. You look at the huge house.
I want him.
I go inside. Oh, freaky. Okay. You shakily stumble over to the couch, your hands helplessly grasping at the warm leather. You grasp, surprised as Mason grabs you by the shoulders, guiding you to the middle of the couch and helping you sit down. You try to steady yourself, rubbing your head in an attempt to stop the sickening vertigo. Can we maybe crack a window or something? It's getting really hot. I don't know what's wrong with me. You know something that's a terrible shame, dear buyer. You glance up at the room still wobbling around you, making it more and more difficult to stay upright. What? I was beginning to enjoy your company. It's not often I find such a responsive buyer, and it does become awfully benign, simply eating everyone who comes over. Your eyes have difficulty processing the melting walls around you, becoming more and more organic and even meaty in texture as you start to notice a strange, sickly sweet smell that you hadn't noticed a moment ago. Breathing it in makes you even more dizzy as you slowly slump down on the warm, fleshy-like couch. Eat? Ah, yes, you're new in town. This must be very confusing for you, correct? That's alright, you don't need to talk. I will simply explain the situation. After all, I am Uncanny's #1 realtor, and I've been doing this for a very long time, though it's been decades since I found someone so receptive, and all the other folks here in Valley hate explaining anything. A very lucky chance you met me first. You could feel Mason crawl over you onto the couch, his hands placed carefully next to your head as he leaned in close to speak in your ear. He felt extremely warm to the touch as his skin brushed against yours. You see, dear buyer, being the #1 realtor comes with its responsibilities, and it's not like the other realtors you see. I take great care in what I do. Unlike
Not
those
like
who
other
simply
boys.
want a quick snack. It's become so hard here in the valley to find buyers. The other realtors have taken to simply snatching and running. Quite barbaric, wouldn't you agree? Mason gently cupped your cheeks as he spoke. You were shocked he was being so kind. You could feel him nodding your head for you in agreement to what he was saying. No, no, my value is much higher. I find only the finest buyers to incorporate into something much greater than themselves. I can't just have any tenants to eat, now can I? I have my standards, and I will not stoop to such low behaviors. You weakly nod your head yourself with his help, not entirely comprehending what he was saying or talking about, his words sounding further and further away as your body grew heavier and it felt as though you were sinking into the meat of the couch. Ah, I just knew you'd understand. I suppose since we're getting ever so close now, I could drop my own facade. It does get tired controlling this, albeit quite handsome, cumbersome little lure.
Oh.
You watched as
Okay.
Mason's eyes grew dimmer and his body fell limp, still being held up by something, but his limbs no longer retaining their rigidity. Rigidity?
Yeah.
Quite impressive, isn't it? With such an attractive lure, it's become quite easy to bring in such tasty prospective buyers the old-fashioned way. I suppose it's just my luck being so gorgeous naturally. It's clearly no wonder how I became the #1 realtor, right, dearest buyer? You blearily watched as Mason was yanked backwards and up towards the fleshy lamp on the ceiling. You noticed the umbilical cord-like rope protruding from his neck as he hung there limply. You wanted to scream, cry, or anything, but your body was totally paralyzed at this point, and all you could feel was the growing burning sensation as something hot slowly seeped through your clothes and onto your skin. I truly wish I could make the digestion process slower than this. I truly do, dearest buyer. I would greatly enjoy some stimulating conversation. Alas, this is simply how it is and always has been, and I have not eaten in quite some time. Perhaps in another world, another time, we could have spent more time in each other's company. I'm sure you'd understand that one must eat, though, and I'm truly grateful to you, dear buyer. Mason's voice was no longer coming from his limp, lifeless body, but instead sounded as if it was coming from the very walls around you. You could hear him sigh wistfully as the walls looked as though they were breathing along with it. I will always think of you, long after you become a part of me. Alright.
I want him so bad.
You finally allowed your heavy eyelids to close as you sunk deeper against the warm couch. You could feel the meaty fabric of the couch moving to cover you up like a soft blanket, almost tucking you in as you let yourself slip into a sleep you'd never wake from again. Damn.
Wow. That was pretty good. You gotta take a drink.
Offer accepted. Yeah, I guess I do. Actually, I'm not gonna open another one. It's 2 in the morning.
Okay, fair.
Damn.
Very damn.
Yeah. Well.
I liked it. What? What is that?
Oh, I bet I know what it is. It's probably the version of the picture of him giving you the card, except if you hit that you want to wander around the city, because I still haven't done that yet. It's not like required for any of the endings. Wander aimlessly. I think it'd be fun to get the lay of the land today. Wow. Just a little walk around the area to see what is around and all. After wandering for a good hour, you find yourself at what looks to be a business district. You're shocked to see such tall skyscrapers in such a small city. You find a comfortable bench to rest and drink some water, watching the businessmen scurrying past you on the sidewalk. They all look pretty similar to one another. You notice one of them looks more out of place than the others. Instead of the hyper-focused gaze that marks the others' faces, he looks sad. You wonder about him for a moment, when suddenly a very tall, older gentleman stands directly in front of you, towering over you and staring directly into your eyes. And this should be the same dialogue. He stares for a moment longer before adjusting his brushing his hair back. You're new in town, lost and wandering. You need a place to call your own. Yeah. The way he talks surprises you. The business card.
Oh yeah, there it is. I don't know, I think he's kind of cool. I think he's kind of hot a little bit.
You're allowed to. Yay, I have him.
Can you send me the 5th one?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on. Why is that, Grayson?
I'm so
Why do you
sorry.
want it, huh?
I don't know. I think it's really good art. The artistry of it, it's really something else. No, I don't know. I think he's cool.
Yeah?
No other reason.
Ugh. I don't like that I clicked to get out of that image and it did the thing. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. That was very odd.
Ugh. Alright. That's that game. Alright. Thank you to everybody for coming to the stream. I end now.
Bye.
Bye.